Breaking down the play of Jayden Daniels in the Washington Commanders' victory over the Detroit Lions this past playoffs. He played very good as a rookie, and I'm excited to see how the rest of his career will look. If you like this video, consider checking out my breakdown on some of Bryce Perkins' play, who was the UFL MVP, or check out my breakdown on Brian Scott, who belongs on a CFL team and is currently a free agent. So, enjoy. 3 linebackers lined up against 3 receivers. John Bates' route helps create a separation for Zach Ertz to get open on a 5-yard stop route here. His next throw here, we've got a screen play. Robertson does a pretty good job here to get off his block and make the tackle. Washington does get the first down. Detroit's fortunate it wasn't more with the linebacker blitzing there. Here we've got the middle linebacker kind of as a QB spy watching for the rush, and it's just a numbers advantage for Washington here. You've Brian Branch with a linebacker blitz here. Sometimes those blitzes, they can be a problem, but they can also be an opportunity. And in this case, it's an opportunity to get Austin Eckler the ball in open space, and he does a good job making some forced missed tackles. In hindsight, with how content Washington normally was to take these short passing plays when they're presented to them as being open, Detroit probably didn't need to have both their safeties so high, so often, so early. This play here is exactly what Detroit's defense needs. Pretty good coverage right away, gets some pressure with a 4-man rush, and he just gets rid of the ball. Here, 3rd and 14, the coverage drops deep. He's forced to roll right, doesn't force anything, gets the ball to Jameson Crowder, who's open, and he does a great job making a man miss and picks up the first down, diving for it. Washington runs a lot of RPOs. Here he keeps it, which is the right decision as the defensive end is keen off that it's going to be a handoff, and he keeps it. In this game, every time he keeps it, it's the right decision. So this scheme here doesn't make any sense. You've got Alex Anzalone, basically the only one in front of the sticks on the weak side, and then the other cover guys, Terry and Arnold, and I think that's Kirby Joseph, they drop back pretty deep, so they're essentially just voluntarily giving a first down. Jayden Daniels has pressure coming at him, but this is not an ordinary rookie. He can make that read under pressure. Screen play here, pretty impressive play by Brian Branch getting off his block and making the tackle. Make it 3rd and long coming up here. This play I found confusing because it's 3rd and 10, but the cornerbacks are so high off right from the start, and then once the play gets going, they drop back pretty deep. Detroit is covering like they're trying to prevent a touchdown, but Washington wants a first down. 1st and 10 here, we have a screen play, but Za'Darius Smith puts an end to that by batting the ball away. Here Detroit's in press man coverage pre-snap. He wants to tax the Lions, try to throw it to his deep route receiver Zacchaeus. Breaking down the play of Jayden Daniels in the Washington Commanders' victory over the Detroit Lions this past playoffs. He played very good as a rookie. I'm excited to see how the rest of his career will look. He's got 2 options he can throw at. In hindsight, had he taken the guy underneath, that probably would have been a first down as well. The ball maybe could have been thrown further ahead of the targeted receiver, but Vilder does a pretty good job punching that ball out. This play, it looks like cover 3, and we've got 2 deep post routes crossing over each other. Essentially, you end up having 3 Lions defensive backs covering the same guy, and he gets to hit it to a wide open receiver deep downfield. I love his poise and patience on this throw. He just looks so calm back there, and he just almost seems like he knows that one of them are going to get open. Another RPO here where he keeps it. Defensive end goes after the running back. Not a lot of yards once again, but once again the right decision. 2nd and 7, they're in the red zone. Rolls right, doesn't see anyone open, so just makes it 3rd and short. The coverage here from Kirby Joseph is really tight, and he tries to put it in a very tight window where only Zacchaeus can get it, but it's too far ahead of him to be catchable. Had he waited a moment, Zach Ertz probably was about to get open. 4th and 3 here. As soon as Campbell moved outside, this play is probably over because he knew Ertz was about to go inside. 2 outside receivers here go deep into the end zone, making space for the tight end, John Bates. Should have been a touchdown here. RPO here, he keeps it. The running back ends up being able to get a block for him, but he ends up losing a yard here. Another RPO here where he keeps it as the defensive end is keen to the running back. Nice route here from Brown on this curl route to pick up the first down on a 2nd and 7. Daniels gets him the ball with good timing despite the pressure coming after him. This scheme defensively was really unfortunate timing for Detroit. You've got 3 guys over here on the field side. It's a screen. You've got the linebacker blitzing. Now you've got a mismatch where you've only got 2 guys there. Both get blocked. The only hope is Kirby Joseph somehow recognizes that it's a screen right away despite everyone moving to block as though it's a run play. Joseph is way too far away from that 3v2 mismatch to bring reinforcements in time to prevent that touchdown. Here's his biggest rush so far of the game. Another RPO, keys off the defensive end. He's got pressure coming from the left. He doesn't really step into it. He's kind of throwing, he steps into the throw as he's moving backward. So he's not really stepping into it to throw it, and it's just an upper body throw. It's like he just flicks it and it just drops perfectly into the receiver's bucket. He can't even see the ball with the defender's hands in his face. He's in double coverage, and it's just the perfect throw. You can't defend it. First and goal here, RPO, doesn't result in very many yards at all. Second and goal, he's pressured, he's contained with the pressure where he can't pick up yards with his legs. He just chucks it away because he doesn't have a good option to throw it to. The two outside receivers go deeper into the end zone. Zach Ertz runs a 5-yard in route, and he's able to get open underneath the space created by them pushing their defenders back. It's a difficult route for the defensive back to cover because he's motioning outside. Now you got to worry about the back corner of the end zone, but then he cuts back in. RPO here. Detroit's blitz ends up smothering the play. This play perfectly encapsulates the annoyingness of trying to defend against Jayden Daniels because it looks like you got him dead in the water and he dances around some defenders and then up picking up a yard instead of there being a sack. Tight coverage on this 3rd and long from Terry and Arnold ends up being an incompletion, so Detroit gets the ball back. Here he's pressured, rolls right, doesn't see anyone, so just picks up a yard and runs out of bounds. Here he's pressured again from the left side, but this time he's able to run upfield and pick up the first down with his legs. Another screen play here in which Brian Branch is able to get off his block and help make a stop. It's a cool play design. You've got 3 receivers in a tight formation. They all go deep, and then Austin Eckler motions into the space in the backfield over there. You're able to get the ball in Eckler's hand in space. Here Daniels is pressured, he's contained in the pocket, he gets an open receiver with these crossing routes here, ends up being a stop. 4th and 2 RPO here, he keeps it, he ends up picking it up with his legs. I don't think this was a designed run here just based on how the receivers are not blocking downfield. Looks more to me like they're trying to get open as passing targets. 3rd and 2 here at Detroit's 5. Good read here as the linebacker blitzes, he replaces him with a football, but Detroit gets the stop regardless. 2nd and 5 here, he's pressured and he does a good job dancing and spinning his way for a first down. It's a really smart runner downfield, and it's kind of impressive too how despite spinning around, it seems like he knows exactly where that first down line is. Here's another play where he doesn't really step into it. He's pressured from both sides. It's a really difficult quarterback to defend against. He's got a really... Here the throw's just too far behind the targeted receiver, results in an incompletion, trying to avoid an interception by placing the ball there. He's pressured and he's blitzed from that side as well, which means there's a high likelihood a receiver's going to get open and he just flicks it. Here we've got a bit of a bust in coverage. John Bates is back kind of in a fullback position here. He's only been targeted once this game, so I feel like the defense is expecting a run or he's back there for pass protection, but he's kind of hiding there. It's almost like he's invisible to the defense the first few yards of his corner route. Another RPO here where the defensive end goes after the running back. That's going to be pretty much it for his night in Detroit. That's the end of his night here, so it's Took time. Really impressive game by him, and if he wins this weekend, then he will be the first rookie quarterback to start in a Super Bowl. So that will be a pretty cool storyline. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, check out some of my other stuff. I made this back in the off-season. The UFL Championship is tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, June 14. So consider checking that out. Michigan Panthers versus DC Defenders. See ya.